Hello, I've just landed in Warsaw. Well, I let Grok organise all my accommodation and it's put me here, just out in the middle of nowhere. Just walking around the cobble streets of Warsaw after my 20-hour commute. I'm near the Barbican Forest, apparently. It's a defensive hub. Got the police coming? No. Military? No. It's okay. Oh, this is nice. Nice and pleasant, isn't it? Just set up camp here. Newtown Market. I'm in Warsaw. I've got Grok to plan me out a day where I meet some traditional Polish people, the museums, go experience all the culture, have a traditional Polish meal. The dumplings I heard are sensational. So I'm gonna have that. Gonna hang out with all the people here in Poland, see what it's like. First up, I'm gonna ask Grok about this museum, the castle, see what it says. I'm just trying to figure out how to get in.
To get into the Royal Castle, head to the main entrance in Castle Square and buy a ticket online or at the counter inside. Public transport like the tram to Stare Miasto is your best bet since parking's tight around there.
I think we can get in this way. Might be all locked up. Oh, can you tell me when it's open?
Since it's early Monday morning, the Royal Castle is likely closed right now based on that sign. It's open Tuesday to Sunday. For the Saxon Visions exhibit, it's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday to Sunday until April 25th.
Well, I'm going to get Grok to do some tour guide for us. Maybe we can help describe some of what I'm saying. Can you describe this place? Can you do anything, Grok?
Haha, glad I nailed it. Looks like someone's off on a trip. Anything?
Can you describe this area for us?
The Old Town in Warsaw, Poland is a beautifully...
Yeah, complete your sentence.
The Old Town in Warsaw, Poland is a beautifully restored historic area, full of colorful buildings and cobblestone streets like this one, with outdoor cafes and a lively atmosphere. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, rebuilt after WWF and packed with charm, history, and spots to grab a bite or soak in the culture.
Can you explain this statue right here?
That statue is the famous Warsaw Mermaid, or Syrenka, right in the Old Town Square. She's a symbol of the city, holding a shield and sword, and there's a legend that she protects Warsaw. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, very cool.
Since it's Monday, a lot of places near the Museum of Warsaw might be closed, but you can still enjoy some outdoor vibes in the Old Town. Take a stroll around the square, check out the Warsaw Mermaid statue, or grab a coffee at one of the open cafes if any are running.
Roger.
Haha, roger that. Since you're still on those cobblestones in Warsaw's old...
How much was this scarf? Yeah, how much?
180 zł.
180. Okay. 180 zlotys. How much is that didgeridooies?
Euro 45 in $50.
Oh, US.
US $50.
So we're hanging out doing a school tour. Apparently they do this school tours all the time. All the kids are waving. They are, it's part of their school itinerary probably up to do the school tours, learn about the history of Poland. They're all out and about. It's kind of like that movie Hostel. They just come steal all your shit. little kids. They come and gang up on you and steal your stuff. Yeah, boy. So I'm walking around in Warsaw here, observing all the, look at this, teddy bears. The only thing is, I'm talking to the teddy bears and I don't have any translators with me able to translate. Wait a minute. Slav, what are you doing here?
Hello, Sean. Long time no see.
This is my mate Slav.
Hello. How are you?
He lives here in Warsaw. Translate, live translate all Polish for me.
I do.
On the holiday. So thanks, Slav, for hanging around. Appreciate
my
it.
pleasure. Good to have you here. Let's go
And
explore some Warsaw.
We're going to explore some Warsaw in all its glory. And you brought the sun out with you today as well.
Yeah, for a change.
And we got the teddy bears here. Let me see if I can get the selfie stick right up his ass. There he is. The old teddy bear.
He wants money. Teddy bear is hungry.
He wants some fucking
some money.
He wants some zlota.
He wants some
Zlotties.
Teddy bear is finishing his shift in 3 hours straight to the pub. So, what are we doing now? We're gonna actually walk down the Krakowskie Przedmieście, which is the main street in Warsaw, which takes you back to the castle we just seen there.
Grok told me to go the other way.
Grok doesn't know what's going on.
Grok doesn't know.
Grok wasn't born here.
Can you give me the background into the security guards here and then entering, exiting? Do you know how they come swanning out of the driveway
Absolutely.
here? So they come swanning out of the driveway. What happens if you're just standing there like a...
So if you actually trespass this in here, they're going to give you one warning only.
Yeah.
And after that, they're actually allowed to shoot to kill.
So if you had a couple of beeries and you just wanted that bit of a nuisance...
You hold with these boys over there.
Yeah.
Not trigger heavy.
Yeah.
And they just arrest you and you obviously go to court and you are in big trouble. But if you actually sort of start running into them or just jump here and start running towards the gate, you'll be dead.
They just shoot you.
Yeah, they just shoot you. See what they do, they have guns on the outside so they can actually draw the gun as soon as they need to. And now they're here 24/7 protecting the president.
Yeah.
He resides in this building.
Oh.
And next to us, it's one of the most important sort of historical buildings.
Oh, the news presenters.
Yeah, they will come back. They come back in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Bristol Hotel, the icon.
So this is one of the iconic Bristol hotels in Warsaw. Built in the 1920s. Rebuilt in 1945.
So this part of Krakowskie Przedmieście wasn't as heavily bombarded by Germans as the other part remaining.
So the Stukas, did they do a bit of bombing here or not?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So you had parts of this building completely destroyed, and so was this. So this is the other famous hotel, the European. So you've got the most prominent hotels in Poland, vis-a-vis, face-to-face. Absolutely stunning.
It is.
And it's not only about the...
And I'll just notice like the cleanliness, the presentation of the streets. If it's all like this around Warsaw, it's unreal.
intact, yeah. And I must admit that that's what our local government really looks after. They really look after the presence of the city. We are the second most popular city in Europe by the volume of tourists coming in as of last year. So you have around 65 million people coming here every year. So we want to make sure that all of you guys...
65 million?
Yeah, it's crazy.
In Warsaw?
80 million in Paris, 65 million tourists in Poland last year.
Holy shit.
And a big bulk of them coming from Warsaw. So, it's... It's in our best interest to obviously keep the city.
Oh, it's lovely.
And the local government is doing really well. That's the University of Warsaw. It's one of the most sort of...
This is the University of Warsaw.
And then there's the Polish Academy of Arts, where all the famous artists go and study to become artists. So you've got two universities facing each other with a 250-year history, both absolutely ruined the Second World War, bombarded really hard.
Yeah, absolutely smashed.
Yeah, because Germans wanted to prevent Polish from obtaining any form of education.
Yeah.
They wanted to stop that. They want to keep, nation uninformed and then subordinate.
So they went for the universities.
Universities, and all the other buildings here. You've got the institutional. So this is the National Institute of Research, archaeology, physics, mathematics, completely ruined, bombarded to beyond oblivion. So none of this.
There's some photos as well.
Yeah.
before and after.
Oh yeah. And you can see that this part of Warsaw was completely leveled. And the funny thing is that the Russians didn't allow Polish to start rebuilding Warsaw until early 1950s. So the little square where we started off from, where we bumped into each other, that castle was fully rebuilt only at the beginning of 1950s. What you have to understand is that the Second World War ended in July 1945. That means that Poles had to live amongst the rubble for almost 10 years.
No sewage.
Nothing, zero.
No electricity.
No, nothing.
Unbelievable.
So if we're gonna walk towards the new Wall Street, which connects with Krakowskie Przedmieście, this was completely obliterated. There's nothing left. And imagine the war ends, the Russians come, they liberate you, so to speak, and for 10 years you can't rebuild anything because they want you to be completely impoverished,
subjugated.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So not many people understand this. But Polish people had to pass Second World War after it ended. Not only they had to go through 5 years of it, but 10 years after that, they couldn't do anything to sort of restart, the, so to speak, normal life. So this was all rubble for 10 years.
I was thinking about it because like the building, the layout, like it's quite nice, beautiful, even. And for like a communist country to let you rebuild in this way, it would have been quite difficult, I would imagine.
Absolutely. But again, you know, it was all sort of supervised by them and only step by step, because Russia was, what they did, all the satellite countries, Poland, Romania, Bulgaria, and so on, the Soviet bloc countries, as you call it, you know, they were under strict ruling. Everything had to be approved by Moscow. So, you know, they did, what they're trying to say now is we didn't forbid Polish from rebuilding. It's absolutely nonsense. We had to get it approved to make sure we could do it the best way we can. That's the story they give you.
And this place here?
Yeah, so this is the most important research institute, National Institute of Research.
That looks like Copernicus.
Yeah. It is Copernicus. Very famous Polish astronomist, obviously a guy who discovered that the world revolves around the sun, not the sun around the world, and one of the most important physicians in the history of the universe, to be honest. It's all started from him.
The scientiary.
So this is the National Polish Institute of Research. You've got the brightest minds, 130 IQ plus. They all work here and try to establish, you know, new forms of science. Yeah.
Getting the latest versions of rock stamped out.
So that's the next tube station ahead of us, and now we are approaching the very famous Palace of Culture.
Palace of Culture.
Palace of Culture, the gift from the Soviet Union to the Polish people, who they fucking then oppressed for 45 years after.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
What's straight through there? Is that just a...
So as I said, this is the museum.
Another museum.
Well, it's a section of the entire sort of setup here. This one here, it says Pałac Młodzieży w Warszawie, and we're having currently an exhibition here. So part of this is to support the Polish youth to express themselves in an artistic way, but there's also an educational side of it. So you can see that part of the exhibition at the moment is something to do with the prehistory, you know?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go around this. It obviously takes a while because it's so massive, but it's good to see it from every side, from every angle, I reckon. So you can see the different components to it.
It's massive.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's, in a way, it's very impressive, you know.
I just want to ask Grok when it was completed.
Oh, this was completed, I think, 57, 8, something like that.
I'm just asking. 1955.
There you go. I wasn't far off.
What did you say? 1957.
I said 56, 57.
Yeah, there you go. 1955.
Well, it was completed later. The 55, the construction started, I think, pretty sure, and was completed within 2 years.
No, they said 55. It's finished.
The entire building?
Yeah.
All of it? Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I was within a sort of margin of error 1 year.
The only thing is, as soon as I put these on, it puts everything through the glasses.
Ah, right.
So I can't say it out loud, and it fucks me. Since it's a late afternoon and we finished all our sightseeing for the day, I think we might be up for a traditional Polish drink. An afternoon, like happy hour.
Well, actually, it happens to our left. the New Old Street, which is the busiest sort of tourist hub.
Yeah.
There's this beautiful Polish cherry vodka place. So what they do, they actually distill it themselves. You will see all the copper piping going from underneath all the way to the top, and they keep it in big vats. So that's a really good sort of starting point if you want to try something different.
Sure. Can we have maybe perhaps one cherry vodka?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, awesome. Let's get into it.
Yeah, and there's a special sort of procedure which is involved in actually buying and consuming it, and you'll be explained all this by the bartender what to do and what not.
Let's get in there.
Let's do that.
I can take a little video. Straight in the
Look at that! Look at the glasses from Silly.
Can I get some cherry vodka?
Straight up.
Cherry vodka?
Zaraz jest 150. Na zimno. Na miejscu. Right, so there's a procedure involved in this. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna actually pour it all the way up to the rim, and you have to have a little sip.
The traditional cherry vodka.
That's it. So now you have a little
I
sip.
can't imagine anything going wrong. Oh, it's nice.
More. You have to drink a little bit more.
Oh, a little bit more.
Because she wants to. Sorry? Start the pressure. And now the cherry's going.
The cherries are raining.
Karton.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get the first round, I'll get the second. And then we'll continue on.
To mam 4 takie zapalniczki w domu. Patrzę, ten pijany kupuje jedną na wyjściu. Ale się przydają.
I've got my expert tour guide here. Slav's going to give us the expert rundown of this whole place, this whole street. And then the cherry. If everyone's good, I can get him a little present. A little cherry vodka bottle.
Look at those big vats over there. That's a proper jar.
Oh, you get the proper jar up there too.
That's a proper jar. That's like a group of 5 village girls you want.
20 litres will set you back like 20 litres will set you back like how much?
But it's only $1,200.
See, 20 litres.
For $1,200. How good is that?
It's a steal.
Yeah, it's still. You at least ever get a liter back home.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers. It's very tasty, isn't it?
It's tasty.
It's intense. It has a really sort of saturated cherry flavor, doesn't it?
Easy to drink too. You could easily have about 3 or 4 of these and you wouldn't even
I reckon 5, 6 even.
maybe.
We'll see what the night brings.
Be in trouble. Cherry.
I love keep standing here. So the Polish culture, you can drink on the street when it's licensed. Like here. We came back from there, the Krakowskie Przedmieście.
This is going to be unreal later on.
So loud.
It's so over the top, eh?
It really is.
That's why I love it. It's like over the top, annoying.
It's literally a Mike Smith of selfie sticks. That's what it is. Look, can't believe it.
The ultimate selfie stick.
Yeah, it's a Mike Smith of all the fucking selfie sticks. Mike Smith probably would have another fucking jar holding the extension to it and just end up with umbrellas. It's too much of it, he's got the longest one.
Oh, mate, this is good.
Oh, this is bad.
Do you reckon I could do this in Przemysl? Do you think I'd be...
Flemish?
Yeah.
Go on, we'll be gone in 5 minutes. You won't even
someone-
erect this, but someone snatches of your hand. This is like a monthly
We'll find
income
out.
over there.
We'll find
There'll be a bidding war over this. There'll be local press writing about a guy getting fucking robbed of $100 stick and someone just bought a house. That's what's gonna happen there.
Oh, it's going to be out.
And unemployment is 80% over there.
Really?
Yeah.
That should be interesting then.
It'll be interesting. If you know the fucking Krav Maga, you'll be okay.
On my boots.
Otherwise, it's a 50-50.
Well, I made it to the next morning. The cherry shots they've done a little bit of damage, but feeling pretty good. And the weather here is sensational. For the last morning slash afternoon, the last morning, I guess, of Warsaw before I take my epic journey down to the Battle Fortress. What did you reckon? Do you reckon Przemysl was going to be quite pleasant and everyone's going to be really welcoming?
Yeah, in the local own ways.
Oh, I'm sure I'll get a warm welcome down there.
She called that city the land of the butterfly knives. That's the nickname of it.
City, the land of the butterfly knives. Great.
But look at the weather.
I know.
Sensational.
The weather.
You see the difference, the people, and it's just gonna be packed everywhere you go. Now,
Always the way.
Yeah.
So when I got here, freezing cold, just
6
chilled to the bone. Now look at it, I don't even need a jumper.
and it's gonna be even warmer. This is just 11 a.m. It's gonna peak at 23 around 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, it's going to be lovely.
And you can actually get to
you got a cloud in the sky too.
Getting to Krakow around 3 o'clock, so perfect.
Hopefully the weather will be good there.
Well, Krakow will be packed today. So what, we're going for a breakfast and then
Well,
we
yeah,
go to the train station.
Can we go to like a traditional Polish, or maybe just like an everyday place where you'd go to get a meal?
Yeah, let's go to the meal bar. That's the traditional Polish concept, which originally came about during the communism. It was just a chain of Polish kitchens run by the state, heavily subsidized, just so the workers who were earning nothing, they could still go and afford to have a meal after work and not worry about being hungry going back home because there was nothing on the shelves. And in the last 15 years, someone just literally revived the idea and created a chain of traditional Polish kitchen sort of bistros, canteens, and you just go and eat traditional Polish food, just like my grandpa used to cook it, at a fraction of the price. You went to a restaurant like this one, so highly recommend it.
Milk bar.
There's one in front of us.
Can you see that? What do you call it?
Called vodka mojanka. But the bar is called
Pokomojanga.
It's the name of the building and the old restaurant which used to be there. The milk bar itself is called Mleczarnia, which essentially means the place where you milk the cows.
Oh, just nice and simple.
Yeah, and it's a chain. There's 5 of them in Warsaw.
5.
Appear to be the best. Yeah, all of them.
This one's
This one actually is my favorite out of all.
the wheels are going to be broken off 2 seconds.
Yeah, you have to buy
Just smashing the wedge out. How you going? Milk bar crew. Can we get the authentic milk bar Polish meal, please? It's my friends. What's your name, mate?
My name is Timo.
Timo. Sean. And we're gonna get a traditional Polish meal from up here. Maybe some eggs.
I reckon the scrambled eggs and bacon.
Scrambled eggs and bacon? That sounds good.
With ham. With more Polish and bacon.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll get it with the
Ja,
ham.
to jest z szynką razy 2.
A jajecznicę czy jaja osadowe?
Nie będzie jajecznica, ale będzie taka nie szynka.
And I'll have a traditional Polish Coke.
A ja poproszę kombucha.
A traditional Polish Coke Zero.
Correct.
Feeling it. The cherry bloody drinks got the best of me last night. The traditional milk bar.
Scrambled eggs with Polish ham.
Scrambled eggs polishing. I'm gonna put a bit of Polish comfort.
Proper restaurant
You
setting.
just come in here every day.
People who are smart come here because you go next door and you pay a triple and you get exactly the same
Yeah,
thing.
and you gotta cook it yourself and all that shit if you
Yeah,
do
you
it.
never cook it at home because the cost of actually buying all the ingredients and doing it yourself will be probably parallel with what you pay here for someone to make it and serve it to you. So why would you bother? It only makes sense when you cook for more people and larger group like my family. On your own, you're actually saving money and time. I come here regularly 5 times per week.
So we're in the main. Oh, so this is the main train station.
Very old.
Warsaw Central.
Absolutely. So you just go downstairs there. You've got 4 platforms. Your train is leaving at 12:40. What time? Krakow. Yes, yeah. You're going from the platform 3. Beautiful. Just on the right. There it is.
Platform 3.
Yeah, 12:40. The Krakow Walkman.
Roger.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the shopping centre across.
Okay.
Have a
Let's go to the shopping centre and get a coffee and a little treat.
Let's do that.
I'll get you a little treat, and then we can. This is going to be the final wrap up bit of Warsaw, the first part of Warsaw.
First part of Warsaw.
So we did a bit of history, so a bit more entertainment is coming up after the second part.
And a bit more history. We've got a couple of castles to visit, which I think will be really good to see.
This is going to be on my little, just driving down the middle of nowhere to see what's going on, right on the Polish-Ukrainian border.
Yep.
Got to see what that's like, that whole area. It's apparently I need my butterfly knife, but we'll see. Should be
I'm
fine.
pretty sure that when you get to the train station that you can hire like bulletproof vests per day on.
I'm sure I'll be okay. They'll know, they'll see the selfie stick and I'll be like, nah, he's alright.
You can use it as a weapon and stab someone in the eye.
Well, made it into Krakow. I'm going to go to the Florence Gate. Apparently, it's another fortress. Full of fortresses around here, Krakow. Kind of only got a few hours left of sunlight, and then I'm going to. This is good. Then I'm going to go get some food and try and sort out tomorrow's travel to Przemysl. Hopefully, I know. Pick up a car, scrape up a few cents to go get a car, and then just try and learn the road rules and go from there. Can you give me a little story about Krakow's old town, dating back to the latest period? Somewhere around the 14th century.
Back in the 14th century, Krakow's Old Town was the beating heart of Poland's golden age. Picture this. It's around 1364, and King Casimir the Great is pouring his wealth into making Krakow a jewel of Europe. The market square, Rynek Główny, is already massive, bustling with merchants hawking furs, amber, and spices from far-off lands. St. Mary's Basilica stands tall, its brick towers new and gleaming, while trumpeters play the Haynal every hour, a tradition born to honor a watchman who, legend says, took an arrow to the throat mid-tune morning of a Mongol raid. Cloth Hall's stalls are packed with traders, and the cobblestone streets hum with craftsmen, scholars from the freshly founded Jagiellonian University, and nobles strutting in fur-lined cloaks. Wawel Castle looms nearby, home to the king and his court, where feasts and diplomacy shape Poland's rise as a medieval powerhouse. Yet, whispers of war linger. Everyone's on edge, knowing the Mongols or Teutonic Knights could strike. It's a vibrant, gritty town, alive with ambition and guarded by its walls and wits. But it's not all feast and glory. The shadow of war looms. Everyone's got stories of the Mongol raids a century earlier, and the Teutonic Knights up north are still a thorn in Poland's side. Townsfolk whisper about the watchmen scanning the horizon from St. Mary's Towers, ready to sound the Haynal if trouble comes. Life's vibrant but tense. Every deal in the Cloth Hall and every prayer in the Basilica carrying the weight of a kingdom on the rise. You'd feel the energy walking those cobblestones, like Krakow's ready to carve its name into history. That's the Barbican in Krakow, a 15th century masterpiece built around 1498 as part of the city's defenses. It's a stout brick fortress with 7 towers, designed to protect the old town from invasions, especially during times of conflict with the Turks and Tartars. Its thick walls and narrow gate made it a tough nut to crack, and it's one of the best preserved relics of medieval military architecture in Europe. That's the Barbican in Krakow again, and it's true it largely survived World War II intact. Built in the late 15th century as a key defensive gate, its sturdy brickwork and strategic design helped it withstand the chaos, though it saw some minor damage during the Nazi occupation that was later restored.
Can you give me an explanation on this and then go into detail about it?
The Grunwald Monument, unveiled in 1910, celebrates the Battle of Grunwald on July 15, 1410, where Polish and Lithuanian forces crushed the Teutonic Knights in a turning point of medieval history. The central figure is King Władysław II Jagiello, mounted triumphantly on horseback, sword raised, symbolizing victory, flanked by statues of Lithuanian Grand Duke Vytautas and Polish knights, with fallen Teutonic figures at the base showing defeat. Designed by sculptor Antoni Wywczynski, it's made of bronze and granite, standing 30 feet tall on Matejko Square, surrounded by those chains you see for protection. It survived World War II, though the Nazis removed some figures in 1940, which were later restored. The inscriptions, like Grunwald and Nieznani Żołnierz, unknown soldier, honor both the battle and fallen soldiers, making it a powerful symbol of Polish resilience. The area around it buzzes with history, near the Planty Park and Old City walls.
These horse-drawn carriages here date back to the 19th century. It's a great way to experience Krakow in all its glory. If you had a little date with you could take them on a little horse-drawn carriage tour around Krakow, the old town. Krakow's old main square. Get in the markets here and really get some food up your dick. Stand it out. They're Highlander, yeah. The glasses are talking to me. Cards, please. Highlander.
Number 6.
Highlander 6. Beautiful. Highlander 6. I could do that. So at the moment I'm talking to Grok through my meta glasses. It's pretty good. Gives you everything you need. Tells you everything you fucking need. Fucking glory. Do we get the Barbarossa? Sorry? Yeah. Smash it all on. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Oh, it's hot. Look at that. This looks good. Can I eat this with my... I'm halfway through it. It's pretty good. Oh, going this way. Wheelchair races. Yeah, it's really good. Actually, it's got like a cranberry sauce on there, a bit of a mushrooms underneath, as you can see. What drink should I get? Beer? I would get a draft beer.
Draft beer?
Yeah.
Okay, 24.
What?
We have that cash.
I'll pay with cash. Here you go. Draft beer. Oh, thank you. Ooh, that with your little pocket. Sorry, I always took your head off with it. Well, I'll just have a little beery here in Krakow's Old Town, seeing out the rest of the day because I might have an early rest because I've got a big day tomorrow. I'm heading east towards the Ukrainian Polish border to a town called Przemysl, where a famous book that I read a few months ago gave me the inspiration to come here by Alexander Walton. About an epic battle in 1914 between the Austro-Hungarian Empire and the Russians. They fought it out for about 6-7 months, I think it was. Some epic battles, pretty brutal, and it fascinated me. So I'm going to head there tomorrow. Rent a car and get on go for a little drive. Remember the road rules here, how I get there. Just keep on going east and don't go too far because I don't want to end up in Ukraine. But I'll be over here having a beer, signing off. And if you enjoyed this content so far of Warsaw, a bit of Krakow, a bit of train action, then give us a follow, subscribe, like, and then I'll love it. I'll keep on doing more and try and take someone's head off with a selfie stick.